you're either like, yay, or you're like, that was a lot of hype for nothing. But I'm super excited. Welcome back to my channel. This is Chelsea from Teaching in Pearls, and I'm super excited because number one, I'm finally getting over my sickness and have like a little bit of energy, which is fabulous. Number two, I told you guys I had an exciting announcement. So I had my first paycheck from my new teaching job on Friday, so I could put down a deposit on something exciting. So I have the description of it in my phone, but I have here a magic black case which has my passport wallet that my dad just got me, which I haven't been able to use yet because he got it after my Nicaragua trip, so I'm super excited to use it. It's Vera Bradley, has a nice pocket on the back, has all these slots, and your tickets fit in there perfect. My birth certificate's in there too, all my documents are in there. But anyways, my passport's in here because I'm going to Nepal. I'm going from May 28th to June 6th of 2018, which means I will be celebrating my 25th birthday in Nepal, which is going to be amazing. I'll read you the legitimate description of the trip, and it's honestly, it's very vague. These trips that I go to through my church, sorry, I'm still sort of sick, so words are hard, but these trips that I go on, we don't have a lot of details. Really, a lot of stuff doesn't come in place till we're on the ground, but this trip has been done before. The Nicaragua trip, we were the pilot group, so a lot of stuff was unknown. This one has been done before, so luckily we're not going completely in the dark, but there's still a lot of unknowns. So what they tell us is Go Nepal is their largest trip to India. They, yeah, it's India. Nepal is confusing because it's not India, but it's like landlocked with India, and I don't know. I'm still a little confused about how that all works. But anyways, we will host a fun-filled retreat for a large group of survivors from multiple aftercare homes across India and Nepal. This is a unique opportunity to experience Nepali and Indian culture, serve and build relationships with our partners, and witness the beauty of God's redemptive work firsthand. Both men and women are invited on this trip to give these girls quite possibly the best week of their lives. So, to break it down for you, aftercare homes, these are victims of sex trade, sex trafficking, sex crimes, things like that. That's why they're in the aftercare homes. They have been rescued from those environments. The point of the retreat is, and this is not probably the appropriate word, but we're trying sort of, I don't want to say to distract them, because obviously they're not distracted by what has happened to them, and they're receiving, you know, counseling and therapy, but we're trying to just show them, like it said, redemptive work. Like, this is God's redemptive work. Like, you have been rescued, and now it's time to celebrate. So we do lots of fun things. We do, like, we're singing, and there's games, and there's all this fun, high energy stuff so that we can hopefully take these girls and lift them up something they've probably never experienced, maybe in their entire life. If they were born into this trade, they don't know joy. Like, they just know pain and heartache and terrible things that I can't relate to, and a lot of us cannot relate to, luckily. So we're going there. We go to this retreat with these girls. Some of them will just, sorry, that sounds odd. Some of them will just have been brought to the retreat. Some of them will have been there a little bit longer. Some of them will be reunited with people they've never seen in forever while we're there. I mean, it's going to be such a life changer for me. It's obviously a huge life changer for the girls that are at the camp, but I am so excited to just be a part of this project. There's going to be up to 75 of us going to Nepal on this trip, which is gigantic. The last trip I went to Nicaragua, so different for many reasons. Number one, we were a pilot group, so we were sort of testing the waters for a lot of things. Number two, there were only 22 of us, I believe, total was what ended up coming. Very small compared to 75. Number three, we were teaching. We were doing what we are doing in our professions on a daily basis there in Nicaragua. All very positive interactions. People, you know, it was a positive experience, positive expectations. Nepal, very different. We're working with girls who are coming from very sad, dark places. It's going to be a very different atmosphere, but I'm just so honored to serve, to work with these girls. I cannot wait to get on the ground. I mean, I still have till May. Obviously, it's a long time. I need to start fundraising because it's not a cheap trip. It's about double the cost of my Nicaragua trip. So I'm going to start fundraising now. I will have my fundraising link in the description below if you care to donate even $1, $5. Literally anything helps because I am balling on a teacher budget, and it's expensive. It's expensive. We're flying across the world, and we'll be there for 9 days is the trip, because I think it's about 2 days of travel. So 28th to June 6th. I'm so excited. Also, as most of you know, I'm an online health and fitness coach. So usually people enroll with a starter pack. From every starter pack that I sell, I'm going to be taking $10 of my profit and putting it into my Nepal trip. So anytime you buy anything from me through my health and fitness business, that'll also be benefiting my Nepal trip, because I'm going to be pulling that money out and putting that into the deposit fund. So if you would like to donate to my trip, I will have my trip link below. I will also have my health and fitness link down below if that's something that interests you, because I'll be taking money out of that and putting that into my Nepal savings account too. But I am so excited. I am so lucky to have this experience, that my church opens these doors for us to go and serve in these places. And I have to say, I was pretty bummed because I wanted to go back to Nicaragua this year just because it was fun, it was comfortable, I love teaching, I liked what we did there. The dates conflicted with the only other 2 things that I have going on next summer. All 3 of these things ended up being the same week, of course. So Nicaragua was a no-go for 2018, and that bummed me out. But for some reason, I was scrolling through the other trips, and Nepal really stuck out to me. I don't know what it was. It was the mission, obviously. I don't know much about Nepal. I don't know much about India, but just the mission just spoke to me. And I was like, maybe, I'll sleep on it. Then I got to my new teaching job in my new school district, and our school, I'd say, from what I can tell, I teach all the students, so I have a pretty good idea of the demographics. I would say about 75% of my students, or more, maybe 85% are African American, and then the rest of the students, I would say there's maybe 2-3% Caucasian students, and then the rest are either Spanish speakers or Nepali speakers. We have a lot of Nepali students, and a lot of them only speak Nepali. They speak very little English. Some of them don't speak any English yet, because we have a student who got into the country 2 weeks ago. So I've never taught Nepali students ever before. I've never had that clientele. So once I got to school and saw that I had so many Nepali students, and I was already considering going to Nepal, something was sticking out about it, then I knew that was a sign, and I knew that I was supposed to be going on this trip. So I am so excited. I am now working on raising the money so I can go, so I can focus on helping these women, helping these girls just have an amazing week. They deserve it. They need this. They need the joy and the happiness and that life. We're trying to rejuvenate that life inside them that other people have tried to take away, and that just means so much to me. So I'm very excited, very humble, very blessed. I'll be traveling to Nepal in May 2018, and I hope that you can support me on this journey. If you watched this whole video, thank you so much. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking some sort of button below, and that way you'll get updates. I'll be updating you on preparing for this trip, my school year, obviously, my planners, and all the crazy stuff that I like to do on the side. So if you like to keep in touch, hit the subscribe button. I believe it's red below the video, and then you'll get an update every time I post a new video. But let me know in the comments if you've ever been to Nepal or have any suggestions for me or anything. And if you donate, I appreciate you so much. If you leave me some sort of contact information, I will absolutely be sending you a handwritten thank you note, because this trip is so important to me and I need all the help I can get.